are oppressed. We are exploited. We are downtrodden. We are denied not only
in death, but when you listen, like you said, to his graduation, evolution in music, when you look at his evolution in a man, he's in a lane of his own, man.
Yeah, this is now to the point where I'm mad, man. I'm just mad at this. Like, why? Like, who does this? Like, who takes somebody out like this, man? That's the most cowardice shit, you know what I mean, anybody can do, man. To kill a dude like this. I don't know, man.
And you kill good people. Well, I mean, not to say that killing anybody is justified, but you take out somebody that's doing so much for nothing, just for fucking nothing. It doesn't matter what it was for; it's for nothing,
right?
Because you stole a child's time with their father. You stole a child's time with their legacy. You stole a man that was far beyond his journey, and you don't often see a lot of people in that culture see to get to 33. And I know that I'm sure that was a blessing even to him to fill 33.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure he didn't even want to get there. I want to read something that Pusha T said real quick.
No doubt.
Because this shit hit home too when he said it on Twitter. We have done Nipsey Hussle wrong. He was sharing his purest self, his vision and traits for his heritage with all of us, empowerment and a sense of community, something that many of us don't have. White supremacy at its finest could not have done something this terrible. It's a harsh reality, man, but it's a terrible, it's real though, man. We got to do better. And I'm not about to turn this into a black on black bash or anything like that. But in 2019, when you see where we're at as a people, and you see, although it looks like it's a lot of disgusting and negative things going on, like no other, are we in a transition to really turn this shit around and change the paradigm, and change that pendulum and really move it? We got to stop doing shit like this.
Yeah, because we can blame, you know, we can go back and we can blame everything. You can go back to white supremacy. You could blame for the conditions and all that. But until we start making better decisions, you know what I mean? We don't know who that person was right now. We don't know if he was white, if he was black. Most likely he's probably black. You know what I'm saying? But we don't know that right now. But it's just like, you know what I'm saying? It's a crazy situation, you know what I'm saying? Because when people start to do that, though, and they talk about the black on black thing, we know it's a problem, but it's a rather recent phenomenon. Not to go too deep, you know, into that, you know what I mean? Because when you look at a lot of the world wars, you had a lot of whites killing whites as well. So I want to just put that out there for the people who try to play the blame game. The bottom line is, though, we have to stop doing that to each other. We have to pull ourselves up. And Nipsey was a guy that was actually doing that. It wasn't a whole lot of the stupid little rhetoric. He was just doing it through action. And that's what we really need to do. You know what I mean? I don't want to get into that, you know what I mean, either. You know what I'm saying?
Word.
Definitely.
I want to get into this real quick. And that's Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon obviously was on social media saluting Nipsey Hussle, as a lot of people were out here on social media. But he had this to say in regards to the Dr. Sebi documentary that a lot of people were jumping and talking about. And it's crazy because we talked about this a month ago. A month or so ago about the documentary and things like that. And we may not have got too conspiracy theory there. I don't remember even the conversation in this context, but we talked about it. I'm sure we got into it in great detail. The numbers went insane yesterday. So it must have picked up and people were just jumping on this Dr. Sebi conversation. And obviously it jumped to social media, and Nick Cannon said, where you left off, we going to carry on. It's a marathon, so I'm picking up the baton because they can't kill us all. Spiritual warfare is real and in full effect. And now your spirit is protecting your community internally. Your words, your steps, your walk always was and always will be solid now. Your message is my message. Your work is my work. That's in regards to the Dr. Sebi documentary. It looks like Nick Cannon will pick up where Nipsey left off and continue the documentary. But you see a lot of people speculating on Nipsey's death, especially early on when it initially happened, and kind of throwing it in the same regards to Dr. Sebi.
Well, that's because he said, Nipsey actually said, you know what I'm saying, if they kill me over this documentary, you better ride, you know what I mean, for me, because he's seen a correlation. He obviously thought that Dr. Sebi was killed for what he knew. People talk about, you know what I'm saying, Left Eye, you know, possibly being killed. And you made a good point. And, you know, and people got to do their research, you know, and look at the Dr. Sebi case. But all he was really pretty much at the end of the day, and you're into this, you know what I mean, heavy, the plant-based, you know, foods and stuff like that, eating healthier and things like that. Obviously, those type of things are going to cure a lot of shit. So you can tell people it's going to keep you from getting stuff, but it also can cure you.
Absolutely.
You know what I mean? From stuff. So he was just dealing with natural things. I don't know if Nipsey was killed because of that. I don't know if Dr. Sebi was killed. Yeah, it's a lot of sketchy things around. The situation with Dr. Sebi, Nipsey, we see what's going on. Even the whole Left Eye situation was very crazy. But
right.
I don't really know how deep this goes. I wouldn't put it past anybody for this to happen, because let's not act like that hasn't been. People don't even know about the Martin Luther King, that the government was already been proven to kill Martin Luther King. Just look it up. Guy named, I think, Gary Webb, Dark Alliance, I think is the name of the book. So it's just like, I just want to respect the family at this point in time. You know what I'm saying? I'm glad that Nick Cannon's picking this up and still doing this. I think that the Dr. Sebi story needs to be brought more mainstream so people can actually see and learn, like you said, to tell people the benefits of eating a plant-based diet. I think is, phenomenal.
It's very important. It's very important. It changed my life, and I hope that it changed a lot of people. Not Dr. Sebi in particular. He didn't change my life because I don't know a lot about him, but I do. I'm very into health. I'm very into fitness, and I went vegan and I went plant-based a couple years back. And as my graduation and evolution occurred, I'm 100% damn near plant-based. I'm probably 97%. Where I don't eat anything processed. It's all from the ground and from the earth. And I'm looking at the effects that it's taken on me. I'm looking at the benefits that I'm coming from, where I used to have to drink that cup of coffee every day, have to do certain things for me to feel like I had to go about my day. And now that I'm eating the fruit and understanding how to digest fruit and do certain things, and then when to eat the greens and how to get your irons and B12s, and I'm really diving in and learning about these things. And then my palate is starting to graduate to where I'm starting to enjoy the food, because we get so disconnected from food because of the different chemicals that our palate doesn't understand what real food's supposed to taste like. So it's obviously we're gonna reject that and go back to the chemicals and shit that we yearn for, that we are addicted to. Once you start getting rid of that and your palate starts getting used to these things, you start to begin to enjoy them. And the stigmas of the vegan diet, not being able to eat anything and things like that, they start going away, because everything that you want is sitting in your produce, your fruits and your vegetables. And that's what people have to get from this Dr. Sebi documentary. Let's get some understanding on why it's important for certain things to be in your body, because we don't understand the amazing machine that we have under us called our body, that free circulates every so month, year, 2 years. And we can really turn things around in ourselves if we become disciplined. But a lot of people don't want to be disciplined, and they want to jump to speculation. And we know how we are. I love us, but we fucking are easy to call somebody a scammer or this or that without doing proper research and doing proper work into it. And if you don't even think about the cures or the cases or anything, look at his blueprint. Take it for what you will, follow it, and it will change you. I promise you that. I
think that's sound advice, man, because I think a lot of people, are going to be surprised with some of the stuff, both positive, I think, and negative from looking at that, whole thing. I think that when you look at like social media in particular, like Instagram, you see the memes, and they'll have like Dr. Sebi, they'll have Nipsey, and they'll have Left Eye, and say, oh, these people were killed because they, and it doesn't mean that it's always necessarily true, but obviously we know the benefits of a plant-based diet. I think is the most important aspect. What would Dr. Sebi, I think, was teaching?
Period. And that information is out here for anybody to grab. Anybody could have did this documentary, with all due respect to Nipsey Hussle's documentary that he's going and Nick Cannon is grabbing and moving on with. I'm sure it's going to be exceptional, but he's not doing any work any different than anybody else could have did. So the conspiracy behind him or being executed because of this documentary in particular, in my opinion, to all respect to the family, is a little far-fetched. I would say this. All the cameras in fucking LA, if they didn't have a man in a couple of days, okay, you might have me a little closer. But they're gonna have this dude, man. It's the cameras. It's too many fucking cameras. Right.
So with that being said, man, once again, pay our respects to the family of Nipsey Hussle. They may come across this video. They may watch it. Who knows? You never know who watches your material. Fact. You know what I mean? Condolences, to you. It's a sad, situation here. Definitely. So, if there's any more developments, obviously.